I'm gonna love you.
Playing the Pacers.
Bro, I'm trying to get some new kicks, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, I saw some new ones that just came out.
Really?
Ready to go?
Yes, ma'am.
I was talking to DJ.
Man. Bro, I'm so not looking forward to this.
Good luck, bro.
So much has been said about the role Shammy has played in your rookie season. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Sham. That's my big bro, man. Shout out Sham, by the way. It's kind of tough to put into words. He's been great to me. Like, he taught me a lot about the game. He taught me how to deal with, like, opposing crowds, how to talk to you guys. He's very knowledgeable about the game as well. And just like a super professional dude, despite what some of you try to say about him. Anyone? Come on, don't be shy.
Okay, I'll go. DJ, you guys seem to come apart at the end of the game. Was it miscommunication? Mistakes?
We just didn't execute, all right? That's it. Period. Point blank. We killed ourselves. That's all I gotta say.
That seemed a little angry.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, this is their third meeting of the season with this team. They've won every game thus far and can seal their edge with a win here. And of course, with tonight's game, we'll be watching DJ on the floor. His love of music, very well known already. Guys, just how important is the relationship between music and basketball?
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Alright, go to the court.
Boo-boo, why are you sweeping?
Man, somebody knocked over my cup of sunflower seeds. It's taking forever for somebody to come over and clean them up. I guess we gonna have to do all the cleaning. Ain't that right?
Yeah, but there's nothing. Wait, are you making a metaphor?
Yeah, too dramatic?
Just a little bit. Better than that, boo-boo.
I'm trying to help you. Came here to clean up.
We're just gonna skip the shoot around here.
Downtown Indianapolis moving at warp speed in this time-lapse footage. We're in the basketball hotbed of Indiana. The Bulls are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this one. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And let's get a quick pregame update.
Well, guys, he has an admiration.
Thank you, David.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title, but this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready? And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Dunn, Robin Lopez out there with Portis. Then there's Valentine, and it's DJ in at the 2. And the Bulls finally committing, Greg, to a full rebuild this last offseason.
Yeah, and trading Butler was the start of it. I mean, they got some young players to build around and a pick, and won't be an easy road ahead, but one they felt they needed to make.
Passes it to Portis. Gets a very good look and converts.
Boy, I'm
That's how
not
you
sure
do it.
how DJ is able to
Draw
make
him
that
into the
pass. That's
freaking paint,
phenomenal. He
pass
has
out.
eyes in the back of his head.
Collison inside.
Oh, man.
A wide open look here for Oladipo.
Oh, I'm glad you
And it's
missed that.
Oladipo again missing. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. It's a 5-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of
Oh
free
my
throws.
gosh.
I couldn't agree more, Greg. Situations like that you hope build character.
Took off on me.
But they need to knock down the free throws, bottom line.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Now, here's Dunn. Tight defense on him. Here's Lopez. And two
That's foul,
shots
that's
coming
foul.
up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Indiana.
You know, with Robin Lopez, a career mid-70s free throw shooter, we'll take that any time from the center position.
And Indiana opting to trade Paul George this
Oh.
summer. Doris, never easy
Oh.
to let a superstar go.
No, it isn't, Kevin, but with Paul George looking to contend for a title and increasingly voicing his dissatisfaction, it was probably the right choice because you don't want to lose him next summer and get nothing in return.
Step back and squared up. Oladipo's got his second bucket.
Boy, I tell you, you have got to be in the grill of Victor Oladipo, especially from the mid-range because he's knocked down from there.
DJ kicks to Valentine. The dish to DJ. From 11 feet away.
Oh,
and the
man.
Bulls with another miss.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Outside Collison. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. The three.
Oh, come on.
Bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And looking back at
Pull
last
me out.
season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Pacers.
And I think they had the right idea. They didn't rely too much on the three-point shot or, for that matter, the inside game. They kind of altered their game plan depending on the opponent and really avoided being one-dimensional.
Off the pick. Connects. The jumper drops.
Come
Stevenson's
on.
got his first points of the game.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
A pretty good way to start the game, right? The defense has to be more aggressive, keeping him away from that area of the floor, or it's going to be a long night.
And a wide open look for DJ.
Woo.
Traps in the tray. DJ's got 6. Doris, looking at the rich history of the NBA, seeing how it's evolved over time, what do you think have been some of the biggest changes from decade to decade as the game has evolved?
Well, for me, my fandom of the NBA began in the great Celtics-Lakers rivalries with the great players like Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Worthy McHale. You know, it's always been a stars league. I think it remains as such. You can move to the 90s in the Eastern Conference with the Indiana Pacers, New York Knicks.
See where we're at when we come back in. Ooh, down 2.
Indiana's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. Young and Turner up front, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
We know Oladipo is one of the
Still
quickest
not
guys
quick
in
enough.
the game. He is devastating on the drive.
Bulls trail by 4. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Mavericks lit up the floor. He ended up with 22 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. It was just the game he needed to snap out of that cold spell. He'll try to keep the momentum going tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
I think that's the kind of game that carries over, and he'll have every chance to do it because I've got to believe he's their #1 option. I think if you think about the Pacers in the last decade and the value they have found in the draft, right? Danny Granger gets taken at 17th. Roy Hibbert at 17th. Lance Stevenson actually at 40th. Paul George was 10th. Miles Turner 11th. That's a very good track record.
Chris Dunn's checked in for the Bulls. Oladipo, the pass to Collison. With the teardrop, now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. And the Pacers trading away draft picks in recent seasons for players like Luis Scola and Doris Thaddeus Young. Given their great draft record, does that surprise you?
Well, I think when you consider their keen eye for rookies and the ability to evaluate talent, it makes you wonder why they've boxed themselves in. Certainly you wonder if that had to do with the pressure to contend.
Bulls shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And Nate McMillan with a solid track record as head coach in Seattle and Portland before taking over the Indiana Pacers.
Well, think about it. Before this job, 12 seasons, all coaching in the Northwest. And that goes along with 12 seasons as a player, all with the Sonics. He actually earned the nickname Mr. Sonic for almost 2 decades in Seattle.
Oladipo hits them both.
Well, the versatility of Victor Oladipo is fantastic. This is a clever guard who plays his heart out on both ends of the floor.
DJ kicks to Dunn. Lopez sets a screen for Dunn. And here at the midway point of the season, the perfect time to check out the rookie rankings. Who will be the NBA Rookie of the Year? Some great young players. You look at DJ, he's got some work to do in order to get into that conversation, I think, but there are plenty of games left for him to make his mark.
And he doesn't have far to go to break into that top 10, but it's probably unrealistic to think he'll be a factor in the race for the Rookie of the Year.
I agree. Too much of the season has already passed, and too many terrific players are in front of him. But I think he's got a lot to build on in the second half of the season.
Here's Lopez. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Turner. Indiana leading by 3. And there's the feed to Young. Hits the three-point bomb.
Where's that guy?
Young's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, no hesitation whatsoever from Thaddeus Young. Just pulls the trigger immediately.
To end the run. Offensive rebound. And that one's good by Lopez.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Here's Collison. Down it goes, his 3rd basket.
Come
He's
on,
now 3 for 4.
You know, after not scoring
Get
a
out
single
of your
point
mind.
in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
Dunn kicks to DJ. Beyond the arc. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Boy, when he's effective from three-point range, DJ is truly scary to guard. You've got to stick tight with him.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo. He gets it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's a close game. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the...
Halftime stats, 11 points, 2 assists, 6 3.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half, shot way above his average.
I think, Greg, you love it when a role player is able to elevate their game. It makes every team better.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Valentine out there with Portis. And it's DJ. Then there's Dunn. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bulls trail by 3. For 3. And
oh, are you kidding me?
Down. Misses the layup.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
Now Valentine, quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Pacer shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Oladipo left side.
Oh my gosh.
That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. Oladipo's got 10 points.
Well, that's just the catch and shoot game of Victor Oladipo. So fast on the trigger on the catch.
The pass to Dunn. DJ with it. Young's there. Clock at 4. Valentine with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Dunn misses. Pacers leading by 3. And last season, Doris, we saw the flashes of potential for what Chris Dunn can be, taken 5th overall out of Providence in the draft, and didn't have the easiest time adjusting. But you can see where he'll be of value to this team down the line.
Right, and I think
Come on, guys.
the years of experience he had in college, everyone expected Chris Dunn to make an immediate splash. It takes everyone a different amount of time to adjust to the NBA. Dunn has proven he can play NBA-level defense.
Alright. Oh, man. Let's bring this back.
Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. We've got Bogdanovich. Young is out there with Sabonis. Then it's Lance Stevenson, and it's Collison in at the 1 spot. That's the Pacers' 5. Stolen by Stevenson. Young sets a screen for Stevenson.
I fat-fingered it.
It's hauled in by the Bulls.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
Dunn kicks to Portis. That one drops for him. Portis has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Bulls. Outside, Bogdanovich. Outside, Collison. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Chris Dunn picks one up. Well, Darren Collison going through the free agency process this last summer. Greg, Indiana jumped at the chance to add him to the roster.
Yeah, and with Collison, his ability to play in so many ways, that is what made teams go after him. He doesn't always take a big signing to change the complexity of a team. Getting solid contributors like Collison go a long way in building the foundation of a team.
Shot clock at 5, but 3. The shot, no good. And Indiana will come the other way. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. They get the rebound.
Come on.
Sabonis, and finally they hit one. Come on. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Well, he doesn't quit on that play. Just stays with it and gets some easy points on the putback. That's nice.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers, Dunn showing great vision.
Stevenson setting the pick for Bogdanovich. Outside Collison. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bulls trail by 5. DJ dishes to Valentine. Dunn with it. This one for 3. Sabonis grabs the board.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Pass to Stevenson.
Get in front of your cup.
And stolen by DJ. Here's Dunn. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, it's a big-time bucket. Chris Dunn doing work.
Pacers leading by 3. Outside Collison. There's the pick. Young, right side. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
Oh, Kevin, he doesn't shy away from the moment. Thaddeus Young, big-time delivery.
Now, here's DJ. He's tightly guarded. There's the triple.
Oh,
it's
come
rebounded
on.
by Indiana.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Collison with it. Now guarded by DJ. Outside Collison. 4 on the shot clock. Young passes to Collison. The second chance effort. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Come on.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And some changes here for the Pacers. Turner's checked in for Sabonis. And it's Oladipo in for Lance Stevenson. Feeds to DJ. He kicks it to Dunn. Lopez a screen. Dunn dishes to DJ. No good with the triple.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Turner with the screen. Now here's Collison. Bogdanovich left side. That one goes.
Come on, guys.
And the Pacers lead by 8.
Just terrific determination. First compiling the lead and now building on it.
Oh my gosh.
It's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Oladipo, good.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this
Ain't no way.
arena, you can feel it.
I'm just going to
there's
try
no
for
doubt.
threes.
This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
Buries the long-range jumper.
I'll tell you, that's a difficult jump shot with a hand in your face like that, but DJ gets enough arc on it to avoid the block.
Here's Oladipo. He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. So it's Indiana picking up the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the... Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Yo, this ain't called DJ.
What does that even mean?
DJ, I sent you clips from tonight. Take a look at that follow-through. Details, mechanics. We'll talk about it in the morning.
2 years ago, I went 2 for 18 from the field. You think I stopped shooting? Nah, son. Dropped 36 the next night. And let this one slide. Even the great Shammy Watkins has an off night.
Yeah, but not often, though. Hey, shooters shoot.
What is he even talking about?
Just not.
All right.